All right, if you're going to create a page with a div tag slash CSS template, you can't use this new HTML page right here. You need to go to File, click on New. You're going to have several different options. You're going to have fixed options and liquid options. Fixed options are locked in based on pixels, how wide they would be. Liquid kind of changes with the size of the screen that you're going on. So I generally use a fixed one. And if you have a sidebar, you're going to have an option to have uh, links that roll over automatically. If you don't have a sidebar, you're going to have to make your links roll over automatically by creating images. So I'm going to pick one with a sidebar. This is a pretty standard one right here. And I'm going to push create. Now if I go to the design mode right here, you'll notice that you already have, you don't need to use tables. These div tags are like imaginary boxes that are going to take the spotted div tags. When I make this change, it's not going to move anything around. But if obviously I don't want it to say all this about, this is telling me all different things about how to use CSS and how to use divs. I don't want my website to look like that, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. That text right there, and I'm going to delete some text in here. All right, so now I'm ready to rock and roll. All right, now you can still do some of the same things inside of your header here. Let's say I want to create my banner. I'm going to insert an image just the same way I always have. Uh, and I got to find it real quick. So if I'm going to insert an image, it's going to be exactly the same. Oh, okay, I'll do that one. Right here, make sure you add your alt text. But I'm going to put it in like that, and this is going to be fine. If I'm making a minor adjustment, I'm just going to adjust it like this. If it was a major adjustment, you would want to make it with inside of Fireworks, you'd want to crop it like that. Now, then you just go in here, you add all your information the same way you always would. You can also change these to be whatever your pages are. And now if I go to F12, I need to save this somewhere. I'm just going to save it right there just for example's sake. You'll see that these roll over. If I need to change the color, I can do that pretty easily. So I'm going to change my colors. I'm going to head back into here. And these are all different div tags. If I look at my code, you can see they're all different divs. It's just a div that starts it, and then they close the div. So basically it's just floating imaginary boxes that you can move around. How you change the color of them, obviously we don't want these pukey colors. If you click on a box, I'm clicking on this box right here, it's going to tell you that this div name is content. Alright, so it's important that you go right here to all. And I am going to look underneath this CSS styles list to change a rule on the content div tag. It's right here. So I open it, I can go to background, and let's say I wanted to make it the same color as that banner. I change that color right there. Okay, I can also change what my type looks like, how big the box is, all that kind of good stuff can be changed right there when I'm doing that. All right, so that looks good. If I click on here, I see this is div sidebar 1, so I can click on sidebar 1. I can change my background color to, all right, something like this. So here I've got my pages kind of set up. I don't know why it always has this little thing on the bottom. That goes away generally when you preview it online. Now, biggest question. Actually, that's my basic one. I'm going to go through how to change the link colors on my next video because a lot of people have that question.